What's up, everyone? We've got a rematch here today. This is Miles Morales versus Venom on heroic difficulty. So I posted this matchup once already, but I had a very severe rules misunderstanding. I was playing the bell tower completely wrong. So as I try to complete my quest of beating every scenario on heroic difficulty using a different hero, that really doesn't mean much if you're making really critical rules mistakes here and there. So trying to put together a more legitimate win today. And I'm confident this deck can do it, but of course I want to record an actual legitimate win. I am playing not quite the same deck I started with. It's similar enough that I don't want to do a full deck breakdown, but I'll just sort of thumb through it here. The big change that I'm trying this time is Spider-Man 29. So since the last video, the Silk Pack has come out, which came with Spider-Man 2099 and Madam Web, which is, Madam Web is definitely good enough just on her own. Spider-Man is a little bit worse, I think, but especially in conjunction with Madam Web, can be a really powerful combo to control the mid to late game. But then, you know, lots of staple allies. Handful of extra web warriors. We've got web of life and destiny that I'll get to eventually to take advantage of that. Go for champions, of course, very powerful. Sidearm, a little bit of a tech card because Venom Stage 3 has Retaliate. Then a little other thing I'm doing is I've got Suit Up as another way to go help find Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and I can get Reinforced Suit or Sidearm as my upgrade there. So a lot of the deck is built, well, so first of all, I mean, it's just kind of built around Web of Life and Destiny. We've got 5 Web Warrior allies. Slightly built around Peter Parker. We've got all the Make the Calls, the Power in All of Us, Reinforced Suit, just because of how strong of an ally he is. But some of the card choices in there as well are just to help clear this Tooth and Nail turn 1. This is a big indicator of how the game will go, whether or not we can clear Tooth and Nail on turn 1 or whether it'll deal us an extra encounter card at the start of the game. Venom is a pretty challenging scenario overall because he's steady and only has one main scheme. So we've got to be pretty careful there, not too much margin. And of course we have to worry about the overkill effects. There's 3 different boost overkill effects that Venom can get. So we have to be very careful, even if we do have allies to defend with, that we don't just die to an overkill attack. All right, so let's start the game. Okay, so among our ways to defeat Tooth and Nail, the easiest is swing in plus a 2 thwart ally. So we've actually got both of those right away. Can also get like Peter and Command Team. Like there's several combinations, but this is definitely the easiest. So we'll obviously keep a double resource as well. Tempted to keep a mental resource just for swing in. I can also think a little bit. So Maria plus Peter Parker is also enough to clear Tooth and Nail. So if I suit up for Peter, I can pay 2 for Maria, draw a card. It's a little bit of a roll of the dice that I can meet the resource requirement for Peter. But I could clear this if I just go Maria and Peter. So which would I rather do? Peter essentially costing an extra resource because Suit Up is sort of net -1 on resources. So swing in would trigger Spider Camouflage, which does give me a tough, which is just very good. Peter's just very good to get out early. So I think this is what I'll do. I'll keep the wild resource as the best way to help play Peter, but I'll also just keep swinging just in case I don't get the right type of resource. Well, although I might have to spend it before. Wait, because yeah, I draw 2. I have to spend 2 cards to actually play Maria. Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. So, yep, I'll just mulligan Web Shot. And, yeah, I don't think I can play Helicarrier this turn. So, well, if I don't go for the suit up, I kind of baked it in already. No, we'll just go suit up. 2 for suit up, alter ego action. Reinforced suit, which will just be a resource. And oh, Moon Girl is I forgot Moon Girl existed for a second. Moon Girl could have been interesting to get as well. It's just a very powerful card on rate. Okay, so now we'll pay 2 resources to play Maria and draw a card. And unfortunately, we've got 2 energies, so we cannot play Peter, but I might just keep him in hand for next turn. Let's go to hero form. Pay 2, including, or sorry, let's throw it with Maria first. On Tooth and Nail. Then we'll pay 2, including Innovation, to heal from Maria, using that as a mental to play Swing In, removing 4 threat from Tooth and Nail. Since we paid using a mental, we resolve Spider Camouflage, which is give Venom a Confuse, give Spider-Man a Tough. Confuse, of course, he needs 2, but good chance we'll get a second one eventually. 4 threat gone from here. Miles will clear it. And we'll end the turn, keeping Peter in hand. Okay, did not get the resources to play him, though. Okay. 1 threat on the main scheme. Venom attacks. Maria's got an activation left, so I'm just going to let this hit the tough. Also, a good chance that we are triggering Spider Camouflage again this turn. Attacks for 2, plus a boost to 0. Hits off the tough. 2 encounter cards. Lashing Out. So 9 threat acceleration after Venom takes any amount of damage from an attack. Remove an equal amount of threat here. So it's not an instead, like some other effects. It's an additional. Common Criminal is going to surge into Master Plan, which will put 4 more threat on Lashing Out. So Lashing Out, we might not clear that the rest of the game here. That's 13 threat. Well, I guess we will clear it because we will damage Venom, but might not be a priority. That's a lot of threat to remove, to only remove an acceleration. All right, so yeah, fairly straightforward turn though. We'll pay 1 for Defense Mechanism. We will attack Venom. So Bell Tower, when any amount of damage would be dealt to Venom by an attack, we could put the chime counters there instead. It's a little funky with the tough. I think the tough is first though. I know the rule I messed up last time is that when Venom attacks me with a tough, it still removes counters from Bell Tower. So I think it would go the other way as well, because there's a difference between dealing and taking. So I think I could opt to have this go to Bell Tower. But I'm just going to have it go to the tough. Yeah, I don't know. And then we'll pay, or sorry. So after we use a basic power, we'll discard Defense Mechanism to resolve Spider Camouflage. So that'll confuse Venom and give me another tough. Then I'll pay 2 for Web Shot, dealing 4 damage to Venom. I am going to put, well, let's think about it. Yeah, I'll put this on bell tower. So when it gets to 3, we flip it. And since we paid using an energy, we resolve Venom Blast, which does 2 damage to an enemy. So, so the first sentence of Web Shot, we deal 4, we flip this. Now, Venom Blast, its damage is increased by 1 because we're on bell tower, so it'll be 3 damage. And this is not an attack, so we don't have to give Venom a boost card. And then we stun that enemy. Maria will just thwart for 2 on the main scheme so that we don't get cooked by advance or something. We'll flip down. So as a response, after we change to this form, we can shuffle 1 Spider-Man card back into the deck. So what do I like? I think this is generally a good thing to do. I think maybe swing in or defense mechanism. I'm going to do defense mechanism just because it's an upgrade, it's proactive. I can save it to whenever I most need it. Like say I draw swing in right away, it's not going to be relevant because I've got a tough already, for example. Didn't have a physical that turn to deal with common criminal, but they've got 0 scheme, so not really a rush. Hopefully I draw one this turn. End the turn. Okay, did draw a physical, also drew Make the Call to play Peter and Web of Life and Destiny, so this will be a good turn. So 2 on the main scheme up to 3 because of lashing out. Venom is actually confused because we got up to 2 confused statuses and 2 encounter cards. Keeping secrets, either exhaust or discard Gonki and Jefferson Davis from play. If neither was discarded, this gains surge. We'll just exhaust, and that removes this from the game. Caught off guard. We have no upgrades or supports, so this will surge into Violent Tendencies. So after Venom takes any amount of damage from an attack, give him 1 face down boost card. If it was 3 or more damage, we can then discard this card. All right. So once we do this, we can either draw 1 card or remove 3 threat from a side scheme. So we've got a perfectly efficient turn, even without drawing a card. So I don't think the card really does me much. So let us just spend a physical to deal 3 damage to the common criminal and remove 3 threat from a side scheme. Let's make the call. If you didn't know this already, when you make the call, you ignore resource requirements. So we can do this despite not having the trail mix of resources for Peter. So make the call. Let's flip to hero form. We'll ignore the resource cost here because we have the Web Warrior trait for Web of Life and Destiny. And let's just do some attacking. I guess we've got some thwart. We should do some thwarting. Let's thwart for 2. Readies Miles, and then we'll attack. So this is going to be an attack for 3 because we're on the ringing side of Bell Tower. We deal Venom a boost card from his forced response. We get an additional boost card because of Violent Tendencies. But then because we dealt 3 or more damage, we can discard this. And then after we deal 3 with an attack, we can remove 3 threat from lashing out. Okay, so that'll end the turn. Now the question is if I attempt to block here to keep the counters on bell tower. So we'll start with 2 threat on the main scheme. Now this attack's got 3 boosts. And even though I've got the tough, we're still going to lose the counters from bell tower. I think I still just take it. Let's just take it. So we get an extra boost. Okay, that's going to put put Enraged Symbiote in play engage with us. 3 icons, and the attack does gain overkill because of now we're angry. So the total damage ends up as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 gets removed from bell tower, flips it back. 2 gets dealt to us. We take it into the tough. Now Enraged Symbiote attacks, and I think I'll just take 2. 2 encounter cards. Another Enraged Symbiote. Friends and Family. Increase the resource cost of each event we play by 1. But we can discard it with an alter ego action. Okay, well, all these symbiotes are making it annoying to attack Venom. I would love to attack Venom twice, because that would get rid of Now We're Angry. I could possibly go to alter ego form. I could get the main scheme down to 0, but we do risk an advance. We haven't seen a single advance or biting retort yet. The hand alone is not great. We do have Web Shot, which could stun Venom. But yeah, every event we play has its cost increased by 1. So probably just playing Web Shooters and Gonki. Yeah, I think I take my chances in alter ego. Okay, well, attack a symbiote. Peter attacks a symbiote. Readies Miles. I can attack twice. Venom gets a lot of boost cards. We've got an ally to block. Overkill would hurt. I think I gotta try it in alter ego. I don't know if I can win through this, so I just take the risk now. Yeah. So thwart for 2. Do I even thwart it down with Maria? I actually think I will. I've got almost all my allies in the deck still. All right, I'm gonna thwart it down with Maria to 0. Okay, so let's pay 1 for Web Shooter. I don't want to risk not having a card to discard to this. It's not going to work out perfectly. If this top card is a identity specific card, that would be ideal. Okay, basically I'm just not getting a Web Shooter in play in order to guarantee that I discard this. So, all right, use Web Shooter, plus 1 more from hand to play Gonki. Flip down, we get a reshuffle, especially because we could be getting a lot of threat on the main scheme. Let's get a swing in back. Let's draw with Gonki. Probably not going to use it, but just to see if it's something we want to keep. We'll discard this identity specific card to discard friends and family. And we'll keep swing in hand, I think, and end the turn. Okay, it could be a Miguel bounce Peter turn. Well, we'll see. 2 threat on the main scheme. Venom schemes for 2, plus a boost of 0. Always very satisfying when you get that advance as a boost because it's 0, and now 1 less advance for us to draw. 2 encounter cards. Assault surges, Common Criminal surges, Gang Up surges, Volunteer Work. Luckily we are an alter ego already, so should be able to clear that pretty easily. And Shadow of the Past. So that gives us Tracking Prey. When revealed, if we're an alter ego, place an acceleration there. Where's my acceleration? And then Prowler, when we're an alter ego, gets a tough. So a mixed bag here. That obviously hurt us for being an alter ego, but these are some good things to draw while an alter ego. And we've got some, basically, these are all going to surge. All right, so I'm guessing it's not even worth it to play Jefferson Davis, especially not with this hand. So we'll use that for Common Criminal. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff, but we got a lot of stuff to do as well. So, all right, we'll spend a physical to deal 3 damage to Common Criminal. And kind of think just draw a card. Actually, okay, before I do that, let's draw with Gonki. Okay, make the call could also just get Peter in play again, or Maria. Okay, I think I still spend Jefferson as a physical to deal with common criminal, and let's well, let's just map out the turn, I guess. Man, I'm gonna have a lot of resources. Let's just hit the 3 threat. I mean, I know that's what I know I'm gonna do that to some extent this turn anyways, so let's just do that. Okay, let's spend 2 resources of any type to remove threat from the scheme equal to our alter ego's wreck. Since we are a civilian, we'll draw a card. Ooh, Moon Girl's interesting. I probably play that. Do I even spend make the call to play that? Probably not, but also I'm a champion, so I can play it in hero form. Okay, let's go to hero form so that I can spend Web Shooter as a mental, plus power in all of us to play Moon Girl. Draw 3. Alright, the allies keep coming. So this is where 2099 actually can be good, because if we're going to be efficient anyways with filling up our ally slots, you can smooth things out a little bit, even though blocking is always better than bouncing to hand. So I could pay 2. I think I want to pay 2 to swing in no matter what. Could play Miguel and just not activate with him. That would use all my resources. I could draw an extra card from Web if I use up Peter right now. Could let me play like Ghost Spider. No, I would just play Peter again. Okay, yeah, I think I want to do that. So let's everyone basically activates for 2, no matter what they do. Let's clear tracking prey. Let's have Peter attack Prowler, hit off the tough, ready Miles, die, draw from Web. Oh, I just realized I don't think I have I think I just forgot to put Across the Spider-Verse in this deck. That's definitely a mistake. Go for Champions is interesting. Generally a good card, but I've got a lot I want to do still here. That's good. We'll pay 2 mentals for swing in, 4 off the main scheme, get a tough, and confuse Venom. Okay, pay 3 to make the call. Getting Peter back. Pay 1 for Power Within. So I could even do this turn. Get that stun. So either I leave. Okay, I have 4 attacks. So I can't kill Prowler and get rid of Now We're Angry. Okay, I think yeah, but I could stun. If I'm giving Venom boosts, I definitely want him to attack. If I attack him 4 times, I could clear lashing out. Don't think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I'm going to clear Prowler. Attack Prowler for 2, attack Prowler for 2, attack Prowler for 2. Ready, Prowler's dead. So with this attack, I'll just put 2 damage on Bell Tower. And if I Power Within, we'll get him stunned. I've seen gang up and both assaults. They're still biting retorts. I don't hate the stun here, actually. Yeah, let's just do it. I'll Power Within. So Venom Blast him for 2 damage. Again, not an attack. And stun. End the turn. Oh yeah, we might be at we're at an extra encounter card turn anyways, so still got a good chance to use our tough. Ooh, now this would be a good Madam Web turn. Get to go down to Alter Ego. All right, 2 threat on the main scheme. Venom is stunned. 2 more encounter cards for a total of 3. Slice and dice, so Prowler attacks, but if no attack was made, it surges. For Whom the Bell Tolls. If it's on its quiet side, which it is, remove 2 chime counters from the bell tower. Or no, sorry. Remove 2 chime counters from the bell tower. That happens no matter what. If it's on its quiet side, take 1 damage. So, well, that's a bad use of a tough. If it was ringing, we would have removed one threat from the main scheme. Razor Claws, so this attaches to the minion with the highest printed hit points. No minions. Surge. Common Criminal, Surge. Threat or Menace. We may change form. Then we're in hero form. Place 2 threat on the main. If in alter ego, you cannot change form during your next turn. So I would not like to not be able to change form. So we'll place 2 threat on the main scheme. And advance. 2 plus a boost of 1 plus remove 1 chime counter from the bell tower. So 3 threats. But that is second advance gone and 1 biting retort gone. So 1 biting retort left. But especially if I Madam Web here, then we can guarantee some safety. I could also activate Defense Mechanism this turn. Well, not if I want to also, not if I want Miles to count when I play Madam Web. I can also, no, I don't like that. Could play Command Team plus Madam Web. Not that good. Okay, I think I'll just start with Madam Web. Pay 3 for Madam Web. After she enters, look at the top X cards of the encounter deck, where X is the number of Web Warrior cards you control. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can put them back in any order, so I don't need to keep them in the order that we see them. Okay. Well, here's what I like. Well, okay. So Loose Ends has 0 boost icons, but it's also just not that bad of an encounter card to draw. Slice and Dice only has 1 boost icon, so I probably make that Venom's boost. I get Loose Ends as an encounter card. Then I probably get Swinging Assault. But I'm not going to have Now We're Angry discarded. Or I could just get Exhaustion. Oh, actually Exhaustion is just, because Loose Ends is going to exhaust me. So then Exhaustion is just a blind card. And I think a blind card is better than Swinging Assault. We've already seen Shadow of the Past. We already saw Under Fire. So yeah, I'm going to discard Swinging Assault. Put the rest back in this order. Now let's do some thwarting. Thwart for 2. Peter thwarts for 2. Readies me. Madam Web thwarts for 2. She's actually not really in a rush to thwart. I could maybe wait, but let's just do it. Then I'm interested in attacking. I could also just recover. Let's just recover. So I'll flip. I don't really want to shuffle Arachnobatics back. Let's draw with Gonki. Swing in's nice, but I would rather just be efficient with the resources. Let's play Defense Mechanism. Recover up to full. And end the turn. Okay, 1 threat. Venom, oh sorry, 2 threat. Venom schemes for 2 plus a boost of 1, which is 3. Oh, I guess I do lose to Biting Retort. Number 2. Well, I guess we'll see. So, loose ends, reveal my obligation. I will exhaust. So this says, during that reveal, if you change to alter ego form, discard a random card from your hand. But I was already in alter ego form, so I don't think I have to do that. And this removes from the game again. And then exhaustion surges into not Biting Retort, so lucked out a bit there. Okay, so this treats the bell tower's printed text box as blank. When revealed, remove each chime counter and flip it to its quiet side. Well, good thing I didn't. If I did attack, I would have just put it on bell tower, so that wouldn't have done much there. And now things are looking just pretty good. Let's spend Web Shooter as a physical to kill Common Criminal, and let's use its ability to do 3 threat from guard the bell tower. It's just pretty efficient to do that. Let's draw with Gonki. Technically should have done that first, but no biggie. Now we do still have the other Now We're Angry and the forget the name of it, the card in the Venom set, or the card in Symbiotic Strength that gives an attack overkill. So we're not in the clear yet. Let's go to hero form. Let's thwart for 2 with Peter. And ready. Let's do that on the main scheme. Peter leaves play. We draw from Web. That was a mistake. Let's shoot. I would have. Okay, I'm gonna. I know I've seen a card, but I don't think that really changes what I would have done. Because I should definitely innovation on Peter. Like that's just very obviously something to do. So sorry for a slight take back, but I don't think it's that bad. Question is, what do I actually want to do with that resource? Well, you know what I should do? Let's just say that I did that with Madam Web. Okay, Madam Web removed 2 threat. She's a web warrior, so I'll draw this card. That's fine. She was likely going to do that anyways. Okay, let's spend these 2, counting innovation, to heal 1 from Peter. To play Maria. Maria will draw a card. Okay, let's have Moon Girl attack. Put 2 on the bell tower. Then, okay, Maria will thwart for 2. This is what she's best at. We'll pay 3, including power in all of us, for Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider will attack for 2. We'll put that on Bell Tower. That gets us above 3, so we flip. Miles will attack for 3 now, because we have Bell Tower flipped. Down to 7. Gets a boost. Removes a counter from here. Removes 3 threat from here. Then we'll spend Web Shooter plus 1 to Web Shot. So this is 5 damage. Clears Lashing Out. Gives him a boost. Discards Now We're Angry. Then since we spent an energy, we will Venom Blast, 2 damage to an enemy. Also 3. So that will flip us to stage 3, 20 health. When revealed, we get 2 face down boost cards. Okay, now the attack is done. We get retaliated for 1. Okay, realizing that attacking with Spider-Man will just kill him. I'm trying to get this tough from defense mechanism. But a response happens after the retaliate, so actually it's fine, right? The Spider-Man thwarts for 2. We ready. Yeah, retaliate is before responses. So we'll attack, which becomes 3. Oh, and Venom Blast should have put a stun on him. Take a retaliate. Now after doing a basic power, we trigger defense mechanism to resolve Spider Camouflage, giving Venom a confuse and giving me a tough. And that should give him 1 more boost. On Venom Stage 3, it's 2 boosts if it's the first attack this turn. The way it's worded, it's not just the first attack against this Venom, it's just overall, so I don't think we have to give him an additional boost. Not really going to matter anyways, because this is going to hit the tough. Okay, I think I got everything there, so we'll end the turn. So we're in striking distance now, depending on the hands we get to end the game. 1 threat on the main scheme. Venom attacks. It's gonna get overkill, almost guaranteed. So I'm just gonna completely take it on the tough and not waste an ally. So here is the boost. So here's a reveal. Resolve this card's when revealed, which removes 2 chime counters from here. Since it's on its ringing side, we remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Remove 1 chime counter from the bell tower. This is engaged, no ability, and gains super overkill. So before the attack would deal damage, we'll remove the last of the chime counters, and then, I didn't do the math, but a lot of damage on the tough. But unfortunately, we're going to get a reshuffle right away, so I can't just play assuming I won't get the overkills now. The symbiote attacks, and this could be worth a block from somebody. Because Venom does have overkill, so if Venom attacks again, which I actually don't think he can. I don't know what's left, but yeah, I'll block this attack with, oh, you know what? No, never mind. I'll just block the symbiote attack with Maria. I think that's okay. All right, then 2 encounter cards, which puts us through the deck, so we will reshuffle. Let's see what's coming. Webbed up. Shoot. Swinging Assault is another attack. Well, good thing I blocked with Maria. But this has some chance to kill me. We'll defend for 2. And Venom's going to get an additional boost card for this activation. So 4 plus 2 boosts, minus my defense of 2. So I need to not draw 5 boost icons. Which is probable, but not impossible. Or, yeah. Okay, so we got 4 boost icons and then a boost ability. If it's an attack, take 2 indirect damage. So obviously not want to place that on myself. Let's put both on Gwen. So what happens first here? This is an interrupt, so we'll search our deck for an identity-specific event and add it to our hand. We might have the win with Arachnobatics, so let's get that. Then Ghost Spider leaves play. We draw off of web. Then the attack, let me just do the math again. 4 plus 4 is 8, minus 2 is 6. So I take 6 down to 1. Ooh, super close. I am just reminded that I can't actually attack because of webbed up. But we'll see what we can do here. Because Nick could draw some cards. Oh, gotta remember we got retaliate too, so okay, there's no way I'm attacking and winning this turn. Okay, but I still feel pretty good. I actually don't think I play Nick because I am going to Alter Ego, guaranteed. So let's have Spider-Man attack Enraged Symbiote. We'll ready flip down. I could shuffle in a card. Kind of think I want to get my attacks back in here now. Yeah, let's actually get Arachnobatics back in there. Honestly, Web Shot does more damage, but it costs one more. We've got two other Web Shots in the deck though, so let's get Arachnobatics. Recover for 4. Pay 2 for Suit Up. Let's get... Oh, wait, sorry. Actually, I've reinforced... Oh, but I can get Sidearm. Yeah. We'll get Sidearm and Peter. Gonki to draw. I was trying to play Helicarrier, but I kind of need that physical actually. Oh, it's a little awkward. Or I play Reinforced Suit instead of Sidearm. I like what Sidearm does here though. Oh, I could play both. Sure, why not? I don't think I'll use all of it, but... Well, in that case, is that actually worth it, or should I just keep stuff for... So I've got a command... No, I don't have any command teams left in the deck. So I could just keep... Swing in, and I mean, Arachnobatics does so much damage. Okay, I think I'm gonna go the keep route. Maybe I keep Nick as well, just to help if things go awry. Okay, so energy, physical. I guess I do need to spend a mental here. Energy, physical, mental for Peter. Yeah, I'll keep the double in hand. We got 3 make the calls in the deck still. Pay 1 for sidearm. So I'm gonna attack here for 3. We'll put it on bell tower to flip it. No retaliate because we've got a ranged attack. Well, still probably not gonna be able to attack, but maybe. Okay, end the turn. Oof, this is a lot of damage. 2 threat on the main scheme. Venom is confused. 2 encounter cards. Gang up surges. Violent tendencies. And enraged symbiote. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. Do we have the win? Let's draw with Gonki. Attack. Clear the symbiote. Attack. I can play both Venom Blast, but I'll only get 1 kicker. That's 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 6. Sounds good to me, and it's 3 actual attacks, not enough to kill me with retaliate. So we'll flip, we'll attack, we'll discard webbed up, and get stunned. Peter attacks enraged symbiote. Ready here. Attack to remove stun. Pay 2 for web shot. We get the +1, but no Venom Blast, so it's 5 damage down to 12. We'll go through the motions just in case. So 2 boosts. The wording here is so weird. I mean, it's not the first attack because we attacked with Peter. So I think technically I'm not supposed to give him a boost, an extra boost. This is discarded. 2 for web shot, now with an energy. 5 damage plus 3 from Venom Blast, giving him another stun. And then 1 for Arachnobatics, which will deal 5 damage because he's got a stun. Buff to 6, which is already plenty. Oh, and yeah, retaliate from web shot, retaliate from web shot. And no retaliate here because we got the win. All right, well, hopefully I have not made yet another rules mistake, and we got a clean win this time. I really like the matchup. It's a little awkward with like getting toughs, but still having to remove counters here. But the tough is, when the attack is so big that, you know, it's going to overkill anyways, it's going to get all the counters here anyways, having that tough is really nice. And because of how much, I mean, it's a really fun balance with a steady villain and lots of stunning and confusing. Like, we still stopped 2 or 3, well, 2 or 3 confuses, but definitely 3 activations because we stopped an attack once. Very satisfying. Don't always do that against a steady enemy. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you're not sick of this matchup yet. We'll catch you in the next video.